What's up, everybody? I'm back. So I'm gonna go down the rest of the UFC 323 card. I just went over the Marabian in depth and broke it down. But the co-main event, Alexandre Pantoja, the Cannibal, takes on Joshua Van from H-Town, Texas, via Myanmar, and he is the new flyweight champion. Listen, it went 28 seconds. Pantoja threw a head kick. Joshua Van catches the head kick, right? He catches up here. He lifts, elevates, and runs Pantoja over the back leg. So for those of y'all that have never grappled or whatever, whenever you're getting elevated over your other leg, right? So say it's a takedown or a single leg and the guy picks the leg up, elevates it, and takes you over. You're never supposed to post that backhand that wide. You can post to like maybe take a little steam off the takedown, but you're going to eat the takedown either way. If you don't turn and try to roll out or, land on your chest or whatever, you're never supposed to post out that wide. I mean, they show you that in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, judo, sambo. It's a known fact. You don't post out that wide for the reason why, exactly what happened to Alexandre Pantoja. With the weight of yourself and the force of the guy taking you down after he elevates your leg over the top of your hips, to post out that wide, there's only one thing that's going to happen. Either you're going to blow out your elbow, blow out your shoulder, break your wrist, or for real, break a couple fingers. I mean, I've seen it happen in the training room. Guys break fingers, guys blowing elbows out, guys blow shoulders out. You don't do that. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, well, Van ain't the real champion. Pantoja was a freak accident. Yeah, it was an accident, but it's not Joshua Van's fault. That's all on Alexandre Pantoja. He's a veteran of the game for almost 20 years now. He knows that you're not supposed to post your hand out when you're getting taken down like that. And people are saying that Joshua Van doesn't deserve the title or he's not the real champion. Fuck off. Fuck off, guys. Like, come on. It's a fight and things happen inside of a fight. It's not Joshua Van's fault that Pantoja posted his arm like that and busted his fucking elbow. It's not his fault. He is the rightful champion. That's on Pantoja. And as a veteran as he is and been in the game so long, he knows better than that. Hell, I know blue belts that know better than that to post out that wide. Come on, guys. You got to give Joshua Van the credit. He is the new champion. Yes, he didn't win the way you would want to win. He didn't win the way you want to win the title. But he's the champ. He did nothing wrong. That all falls on Alexandre Pantoja. And I like Pantoja. I picked Pantoja to win this fight. Pantoja posted wide when he shouldn't have done that. And it cost him. That's his fault. All of that responsibility of him losing the fight falls on him, not Joshua Van. So say what you want. I know there's guys like Stephen Thompson that are saying Joshua Van ain't the real champ. People are saying that Pantoja should get an immediate rematch. Okay, I believe that. I agree. Joshua Van himself said if Pantoja was ready to go, he'd give him the immediate rematch. But it's not going to happen. That was a mistake on Alexandre Pantoja's part, not Joshua Van. So Joshua Van is the legitimate reigning, defending, new flyweight king. So I wish people would get off that. And I know it's people that probably never fucking fought before, never grappled before. That's one of the first things you learn when you start grappling is how to fall. It's a break fall. You call it a break fall. We do this every time we warm up. You fall to your back, you catch yourself, you spread wide, right? But when you're going over the top, you never want to post out like that. I mean, just the physics of gravity tells you not to post out that wide. I mean, if it's close, yeah, you can break your fall, but keep your hand inside, keep your arm inside. When you start posting out, you're carrying the weight of your body and the force and the weight of the other guy that's taking you over your leg. When you post wide like that, what do you think is going to happen? Your joint and your arm can't handle all the pressure of your own weight, the weight of the other guy, the opponent, and the force that he's trying to take you over. It's going to happen. Alexandre Pantoja knows better than that. So that's on him, not Joshua Van. Joshua Van, to me, is a new and legitimate world champion. It's not his fault that Pantoja made a mistake. And he shouldn't be getting criticized for being the champion when he beat Alexandre Pantoja, because that's Pantoja's fault, not Joshua Van's. So I want to get that out there, and let's be real and be straight. I've been there. I've seen people make the same mistake, and it's always the same outcome. You get fucked up and you hurt yourself, and that's on you, not your training partner or your opponent. That's on you. You know better than to post that wide. Alexandre Pantoja, I've said it already multiple times, he's a veteran, he's a world champion, he trains in one of the best gyms in the world, an American Top Team. You don't do that. He knows better than that. I know better than that. My 11-year-old son knows better than that. That's how you break your fucking arm, bust your shoulder, dislocate your elbow, all that stuff that comes with that. Torn ligaments, possibly, who knows the extent of the injury, but everybody knows you don't do that. You don't post wide when you're getting taken over the head like that. So Joshua Van is the new champion, and he deserves it. Any criticism that comes his way, go fuck yourself. He's the legitimate champion. The feature fight, Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Tyra. Tyra goes for a takedown early in the first round. Moreno has him in a triangle for like almost 4 minutes. And I know Joe Rogan was losing his fucking mind in this fight, saying, oh, Moreno's got it. He's slipping the foot down the shin. It's locked in. He knows better than that too. The angle was not there. He was off to the side. What he needed to do was square himself back up so that he could pull down on the head of Tatsuro Tyra, or maybe isolate the arm for an arm bar, a straight arm lock out of the triangle position. Brandon Moreno, I wish he would have abandoned the submission, but he was in a horrible spot because Tatsuro Tyra did actually do a great job of stacking him on top of his neck and making sure that Brandon Moreno could not adjust to get straight up. He couldn't adjust his hips straight up on the shoulders of Tatsuro Tyra. And then the round ends that way, or Tatsuro Tyra shakes himself out with like 20 seconds left, tries to land big ground and pound, but Moreno banked that round already just from the control time and the attacks out of that triangle position. Tyra, the second round, gets Moreno, gets to his back, flattens him out, starts landing shots. Earlier I said it was a submission. It wasn't submission. That was me. I fucked up because I already had too much to drink watching the fights. But Tyra flattens Moreno out. He starts landing ground and pound from the back position, from the body triangle. They stopped the fight, but while they were stopping the fight, Moreno was building his base back up, which for you guys that don't know grappling, he was flattened out on his stomach, right? So he used his arms to back himself up to his knees and was trying to get ready to either explode up or fight the hands and try to make a maneuver where he could turn and face, put his back on the mat so that he could attack or probably try to regrip guard or something like that. The fight got stopped. Moreno did not like the stoppage. I agree. I thought it was a little bit early. It's not like he was getting hit clean. He did eat some shots on the side and to the back of the head, but it wasn't like he was getting clipped on the chin where he was out and flat, you know. I believe the referee was Smith. I think he could have let it go at least another 10 seconds. And if Moreno didn't do anything after that, then I would be okay with the stoppage. But he's a former world champion, and this fight had big consequences on it. You know, Tyra's probably going to get the next shot at the title against Joshua Van. But Moreno, if Moreno would have won, he would have got the next shot at the title of Joshua Van. So you have to let it go just a little bit. I mean, not crazy where he's just getting his head bounced off the mat, which he wasn't. But let him fight out a little bit, just a little bit more, man. I thought that was an upset, you know, like I didn't like the stoppage. I thought it was a little bit early. I understand why Smith stepped in because Tyra was landing good shots to the side, but Moreno was being defensively responsible and trying to work back to his feet. He rebuilt his base, and he was looking for an opportunity to either try to stand up and explode or turn and face. So I wasn't a big fan of the stoppage, but I can see it. But, you know, Brandon Moreno is one of my favorite guys in the world. He's Mexicano, and I hated to see it end that way. But Tatsuro Taira is the winner, and most likely he's going to get the next shot at Joshua Van. But I didn't like the stoppage. I thought he could have let it go at least another 10 seconds just to give Moreno an opportunity to, continue to defend himself and try to make a move to explode. If he couldn't explode and Tyra kept landing shots, I could see it. Good stoppage. But it just left a sour taste in my mouth. But it is what it is, and Moreno loses that fight by TKO in the second round. Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbott. I thought Henry Cejudo got disrespected with the betting odds, but you know what? It turns out Vegas very rarely loses. Peyton Talbott came out and fought an amazing fight. He hurt Cejudo. He took him down. Granted to Henry Cejudo, he never gave up. He kept trying to fight back, land big shots, but it was just too much. Talbot was just too much for him, and Talbot got big takedowns on him. The takedown when he hit the big double and then had his tongue sticking out, good for him, because before this fight, Talbot hadn't showed me much of anything. He got owned by Jaime Barcelos. He won his last fight against Lima. But even that fight was close going into the third round. I think he won a split decision. And then to come out here and handle Henry Cejudo 30-27 on 3 judges' scorecards, that says a lot. I don't know if he's ready for the top 5 guys. Give him number 8, number 7. I was saying maybe give him, what's his name? Benil Dariush, but Dariush is moving up to 70. So I thought Dariush would have been a good test for him. But with that being gone, maybe you can give him like a Gamrot, or I think Fiziev just got booked. But Gamrot would be a good test for Talbot to see where he's at, because Gamrot is still ranked inside the top 10. I think that'd be a great fight. See where he's at. He just did beat a legend in Henry Cejudo. It's a big scalp on his wall. So Cejudo did fight his heart out, and he went out on his shield like a champion should. Respect to Peyton Talbot, because I didn't give him any kind of credit before this fight, but he earned it. He earned it Saturday. So, and then the first fight on the main card, Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. It was 29-28, and then the other two judges had it 28-28. I thought that Jan Blachowicz won the first and the third, which he did on all 3 judges' scorecards. Bogdan Guskov hit him with a straight right hand, dropped Jan Blachowicz. He tried to go for the finish, but Jan Blachowicz did a great job of neutralizing Guskov from the top position, tied him up well, kept the damage to a minimum. He tried multiple times to get off to a hip and escape and make space to try to get back up, but Guskov knew that he needed to keep him down. He did keep him down for the remainder of that round. I just didn't think it warranted a 10-8. Maybe I was just looking at it through a different lens, but I thought it was a 10-9 easily for Guskov, because he did land a big shot and he did control, but it's not like he was just absolutely decimating him on the ground. It wasn't like some of the Chimaev versus DDP rounds where he just absolutely owned him on the ground. I thought he did hit him, he did drop him, but Jan Blachowicz wasn't out. He got dropped, he got clipped with a good shot, but then he was defensively sound the whole time. He pulled him into the guard. He was trying to make space to get up. Guskov held him down. He landed a couple good elbows and some right and left hands in there. But Jan Blachowicz was never really hurt while he was on the ground. He did eat some good shots, but it wasn't like he got really rocked. So I thought Jan Blachowicz should have won this fight 29-28, but it was a majority draw. So it sucks for Jan Blachowicz. That's the second draw that he's had since the Ankalaev fight. And now he's 3 years now without a win. He had the draw against Ankalaev, close split decision loss to Pereira, split decision loss to Olberg, and now another draw against Guskov. I don't know where he goes from here. I guess the matchmakers will find something else. But, yeah, man, it was unfortunate. I thought Jan Blachowicz had the win. I bet Jan Blachowicz to win, and it was a push for me on the betting side. But the next fight down, Iwu versus Ibo. Iwu Berzanowski from Poland fought Ibo Aslan from Turkey. I believe this is a contender for fight of the night or fight of the year. These guys went to absolute fucking war. Both guys got dropped in the first round. It only went 2 minutes, 23 seconds. And both guys got dropped. Both guys got hurt. This was like Czech Congo versus Pat Barry all over again. It was an amazing fight. Both guys were throwing leather. Both guys throwing for the fences. Iwu ends up rocking Ibo Aslan with a right hand, drops him. You could tell Ibo Aslan's hurt because he falls and then tries to post on both hands to like do like an Undertaker sit-up. But you could tell he's not there. And Iwu Berzanowski finishes him off, gets the knockout win. What an amazing fight. I mean, all the prelim fights were pretty good. I mean, before the main card, the prelim fights, I think, stole the show. They were just, I mean, amazing performances by all the guys on the undercard. We did have great performance on the main card too, but the prelims, if you didn't see the prelims, go back, watch them again. You will not be disappointed, man. They were great fights. 323 absolutely delivered to me. I think if I had to rate it, I would give 323 8.5 or 9 out of 10. It was such a good card. I mean, it was stacked top to bottom, and all the fights delivered. You know, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 that went to the decision and the big favorites and all that. But even some of the big favorites delivered on the prelims. The big favorites on the main card did not deliver at all. Merab was the favorite. He lost. Pantoja was the favorite. He lost. Moreno was a slight underdog at plus 100. He lost. Cejudo was a big underdog at plus 220. They had Talbott winning. He won. And then Blachowicz was the favorite. Guskov was a plus 150, plus 200 maybe. But, you know, that was a push. But the whole card, top to bottom, was great. So if you guys didn't see the prelims, go back and watch them. You won't be disappointed. But UFC 323 absolutely delivered. It was a great night. I got to watch the fights with my wife and my 2 kids. We all loved the fights, and it was an amazing Saturday night for us. So hope you guys liked it as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell so you get all the notifications for new content that I put out, and share with everyone that you love, everyone that you know that loves combat sports. So see you guys on the next one. Peace.